Let's take a look at Grizzly Gulch hole 4. If you don't know already, that's a beehive that's hanging from the bridge there. And if you've done the honey laundering badge like I have, then you get to this hole, you always think about that. Uh, and you're always tempted to do something like this. And the funny thing is, it almost always results in a really good birdie look too. Uh, but if you haven't done that badge, check it out. The first tier is not too difficult, and it does hone your shooting skills, your aiming and power and such. So if you haven't done that badge though, depending on what disc you have in your bag is how you're approaching this hole. If you have the glide musket, you're probably ace running this hole a lot. If you don't, you're probably laying up for birdie. I don't bag the glide musket, unfortunately. Uh, if we ever get extra slots, it will be top of the list to go back in. But right now, I take the accurate windbreak musket and just lay up for birdie. And you put the middle chevron somewhere about so, about a half a disc worth of hyzer, and usually that gets you safely on the green. There are a couple rocks, that one I just hit, that you can hit, and if you smack them too hard, you'll go into the creek. But generally speaking, it's a relatively safe birdie play. Uh, you can even hit the pole sometimes and end up in the drink. But yeah, if you're just playing for birdie, musket up to the green, tap in. Now, one thing you should know about this hole, if you don't already, and you probably do, is there is a drop zone. So uh, any drive that goes OB, if you hit move to lie, you get put at this drop zone. And the first time you do it, you're probably saying some cuss words. And then your next shot is probably going to miss because the elevation here is unknown, of course. But here's the secret to the drop zone. The 106 feet plays like about 70 feet. So it's about, oh, what's my wind here? Okay, 1. 66 is about right here. If you know that, then the drop zone's no trouble. You can save your par at least. But otherwise, if you didn't know that, that's kind of a tricky shot, and you can end up taking some serious strokes on this hole at that point. Because if you miss, you're probably taking another swim. So yeah, that's the birdie play anyway. There's also some other discs you can use. The Grace works, the Sapphire works even if you're careful with it. But the accurate roll, accurate windbreak musket, probably your best choices for laying up on this hole. Now let's take a look at the ace run. And this works best in calm winds, but the accurate extra glide musket, aim point about so, straight pull back, great disc for the ace run here. So that's Grizzly Gulch, hole 4. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you around the valley.